Do you think it's okay to be fat?
I think it's a good standard.
So today we're going to react to somebody interviewing people on whether they think it's okay to be fat. And there are some pretty interesting answers out here. But so yeah, SNEAKO did do this thing a long time ago. It was probably a few months ago or whenever it was. Of course, he's where he's at. I personally like SNEAKO. I know a lot of people liked him before and don't like him, or some people don't like him at all. But regardless, this is about people getting interviewed on whether they think it is okay to be fat in this generation. And I guess in the past, everybody knew that being fat was bad because you could do a lot less things. You were unhealthy, diabetes, all that stuff. But I guess I'm curious, like seeing all these TikToks, if people still think that being fat is bad, or if it's changing to the point where they're now accepting more and more obese people.
Standards. I'm going to ask people if they think it's okay to be fat. And other things, among other things, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But is that your train?
Yeah, but it's all right. I'm going to work.
Okay.
I'm a trainer.
You're a trainer. Do you think it's okay to be fat?
I mean, yeah. I think whatever makes you... I don't like really the word fat.
What do you prefer, like big boned, wide framed, chunky?
I feel like it puts this like negative connotation on people who are like a little bit heavier.
So the word fat, right? How the word fat came about, because you know fat is part of the nutrition label, or it's stuff that we get in our body. When you eat food, you put fat into your food depending on what type of food you eat. When you have, you know, the carbs and sugar and all that stuff turning into fat because you have too much in your body, that's what's left over. You are fat because you're eating so much food that your body doesn't need it, so it's turning it into fat. Like, it's actually fat, and it puts it and stores it in your body. That's what it is. So now that's becoming offensive to people, even though that's scientifically what happens to your body. And then she's kind of saying, like, well, like, she's having the mindset where, like, let people do what they're gonna do, but she's acting like it's their hobby or just something they do for fun. Like, this is about their health, something that determines whether you live or die. It shouldn't be and she's a trainer. I don't know if she's talking about fitness trainer, because if you're a fitness trainer, you can't just say allow people to be huge.
They're a little bit larger. And
So large, we should say large?
yes, no, there's like...
That sounds more offensive to me.
Crazy.
I guess there's no friendly way to say it.
There really isn't. I think we just need to stop looking at the shape of people and trying to put a label on it and kind of just like let people...
Is that realistic to expect that we'd not put a shape on people? I think we're always going to judge people.
Yeah, but I'm an optimist, so in my idea...
Putting a shape on people. So when you grow up, when you're a little kid and you're growing up and you see a bunch of fat people, obese people, people who are looking like muffins, you are just gonna have to get programmed, or have a bunch of people tell you, no, they're not fat people, they're not humongous people, they're just big boned people. And then, you know, kids are gonna be growing up thinking they actually have bigger bones or something, and not that they have a problem or that they gotta put down food and actually go to the gym. It's becoming normalized. Oh, well, they're big, I want to be like dad too, I want to be like grandma too, I want to be like mom too, I want to be huge because everybody's huge. I want to fit in and be fat too. Crazy.
world.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
What do you do in the morning to feel good about yourself?
I actually do my exfoliating with Clean and Clear, and then I put on red lipstick for MAC.
Do you think it's okay to be fat?
Well, temporarily, I think it's a good standard. It's a good standard.
It's a good standard to be fat? Why do you say that?
It's more cushion for the pushing.
Because what?
More cushion for the pushing.
You mean like cuddling?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's more of you.
A lot of me. All this peaches and cream.
Pieces and cream. We don't want pieces and cream or more of a body to cuddle with. I don't know. She's like, it sounded like she said temporarily people are allowed to be fat, but then, like, you know, she's going back and she's like, she's huge. So no, instead of being fat as a bad thing, we should try to switch being fat and find positives. Oh, there's more cushion, we can look more like a couch so people can lay next to us. Like, they're just trying to make up ways that they can actually use their fatness to their advantage. instead of losing weight. That's crazy.
What's your name?
Patrick.
Patrick, nice to meet you.
Crazy.
I'm SNEAKO.
Likewise.
Do you think it's okay to be fat?
You know, I used to not think it was okay to be fat. But you know what, man? I guess it just depends on your timeline. You know, if you extend your timeline a little bit long and realize that we're here for a very, very short time, I just kind of stopped caring, you know. But I used to feel that way for sure.
Don't you think that maybe short people have a shorter amount of time? Fat people have a shorter amount of time because, you know, diabetes and
Yeah, for sure, short time. You know, I mean, to me, it made me feel like, you know, go ahead and get them up out of here. You know.
Oh wow! So you were
For sure.
Were you on that subreddit Fat People Hate?
No, I was on the MISC bodybuilding thread. So I was, you know, but you know, I just pay no mind to it. You know, I kind of mind my own business. I realized we're here for a short time. So.
And that negative energy is not really necessary.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Well, I hope you don't miss the train.
So before we get to the next person, he was pretty much saying that, like, you know, life is short, so, you know, maybe we should stop caring about the big people. But that's also the thing. Like he was saying with diabetes, your life's going to be even shorter if life's already short if you're huge. And on top of that, too, let's just say life is short, right? With your logic, life is a very short period of time. Wouldn't it also be a very short time or very fast for you to lose weight? If a week, a month, maybe even a year can go by so fast, time just flies, then wouldn't time fly for you losing weight? Because if you're really huge, you can lose a lot of weight in a year. If you're not that huge, you can lose a lot of weight in a few weeks to a month, few months. You can lose a lot of weight. So what are you doing? You're not doing anything. And he's saying, like, he used to care a lot too. He used to care about people being fat. Now he just stopped caring. Because it's like you can't change society. Society's gonna do what it's gonna do on its own. We can help individual people, yeah, great, but you're not gonna change the world just by going around and being like, stop being fat, and a bunch of them. You can help yourselves. You can help other people. You can help small families, but he just realized, like, look, I'm not going to change the world. I'm just going to do me. So he's going to focus on himself not being fat and just let people be how they be. Because if they don't want to change, they don't have to change. At least we could warn them and tell them, like, diabetes.
You seem very puzzled.
Hello, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Great.
So what book are you reading?
I'm reading Rigged in Your Favor. It's a Christian book.
What?
So, nothing about beauty standards.
No, Jesus was a good-looking guy.
Well, we don't know. But actually, the Bible says he was beautiful, so.
Yeah, he had a little 8-pack going. That crucifix must be really good for your core, you know?
I think so.
It reminds me, I think in the old days, like Bible times, medieval times, back, I don't know, when we were first roaming the earth or whatever, every single person had to go out and work for their food. You walked everywhere because you didn't have cars and stuff. Maybe even just going on riding on horses, even growing farms and stuff, moving a bunch of things. Like there's so many things so many things you had to go out and do physically, physical labor that you don't have to do right now. Like right now, I can literally be in my house the entire time and just order a bunch of things. I can order food. I can work from home. I can talk to people through Zoom calls or Discord, any other thing, right? I can play video games, so have fun while I'm sitting in my chair. I cannot move from my chair the entire day and still do all the daily necessities that I need and make money. So with that being now, where we couldn't do that before, now everybody's getting huge because you can do it. So it's like, it's changing so much. But we have more responsibility to take care of our health than ever before. Because nobody really cared that much because everybody was working. You didn't really need to care too much about your health. It was just eating. Everybody worked. Now it's like you got to actually take the initiative and go out and work hard to lose weight or to stay in shape. Because before it was so much natural for us to do it. Now it's not.
Considering the images we've gotten.
That dude was ripped.
Yeah.
So we're talking about beauty standards. You think it's okay to be fat?
Well, I'm fat, so yeah.
I like that. I like the acceptance. I don't. You're all right.
I'm sure on deal. It's New York. Everyone's like 90 pounds. I think you should be like good about your body and like be like healthy. So like people who just like sit around and they're like, oh, it's okay to be fat, whatever. I love me. I'm like, bro, take care of yourself.
Hit the gym, maybe.
Yeah, like
Eat a vegetable.
I'm not old. Please, a little bit of kale, my guys.
So yeah, that guy is like, it's okay to be a little fat, but it's not okay to be obese. And the main people I target are people who are obese, like morbidly obese. They are humongous, and yet they still think they look good and that they can sit in their house all day and be the same beautiful person as somebody who goes to the gym, goes out, and actually takes care of themselves. It's not the same. Why should you get the same privileges and the same benefits as somebody who's going out working every single day and bettering themselves while you sit at home and watch Netflix with chips? You don't get the same benefits. They're going out and working hard for something. They deserve it. So yeah, like if you're a little fat or if you're huge and you're trying to lose weight and stuff like that, even if you do lose some weight and you're still on that path, I'm not gonna make fun of you or go up and just bully you. There's no reason to. It's just the people who are in hardcore denial that they don't have to be skinny or they don't have to be healthy. Those people really make me mad. That should not exist at all in anywhere of the world.
You in a big rush?
No, not at all. All right, let's do this, guys. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right, I can hold it. Then I gotta. Number one is step of journalism. You gotta keep control of the mic, right?
Never can't control. It's the power right there. Yeah.
Do you think it's okay to be fat?
I think it's totally fine to be fat if you want to feel confident in yourself, as long as you know it's not affecting those around you to the point where, you know, you're kind of making it shadow what they think of you.
So you're for the fat positivity thing?
Yeah, of course.
So we should encourage it?
Not encourage it. I think in some sense the ways, you know, have a sense of like no shaming in it, but maybe feeling of constructive ways of helping people who want to get betterment of themselves.
So we shouldn't shame them.
No.
But when there's like things wrong about me, people have shamed the shit out of me and it fixed it. Doesn't shaming work? Isn't shaming kind of effective?
I guess that's a double standard out there, isn't it?
So do you go to the gym?
I do go to the gym.
Don't you fat shame yourself a little bit every time before you go?
Actually, mine's reverse. I was really skinny and I've tried to put on weight.
Skinny shame yourself. You look in the mirror, you skeleton, your funky arms. Go to the gym, you piece of shit.
That's pretty accurate.
Don't those thoughts go through your brain?
Yeah, now and again, yeah.
So isn't that kind of shaming?
That is shaming, yeah. I guess that is a form of shaming.
Slightly effective, huh?
Yeah, it is indeed.
What's your name?
So yeah, he started off saying that we shouldn't shame these people for being huge and stuff, but then kind of went into, you know, he shamed himself to go to the gym and it worked. So shaming is good, bullying is good in the right way, in a coordinated way. And the reason I say that is because in psychology of negative reinforcement, I say that all the time. That's why bullying sometimes is effective. It has a bad connotation, the word bullying, because of all the movies, or it's just, you know, when you're going around and beating up innocent people. No, if you're going out and shaming somebody for doing something wrong, that is a good thing. So like yeah, if a fat person is insecure about themselves and they're going out and shaming themselves, look in the mirror, like, dude, you need to lose weight, like, you just look so bad right now, this is embarrassing, and you go out and lose weight, that's good. If somebody comes to you and is like, dude, you're starting to gain weight, you're starting to get a double chin, you're not looking too great, you go and you lose weight. The negative reinforcement in psychology is the negative stuff that you get if you don't do something. So the positive is you're going out and you're looking better, you're more confident, you can have healthier relationships. And the negatives are that you get made fun of, you don't like the way you look, you're gonna not live as long because of diabetes. So there has to be that both aspect. And the whole fat shaming thing is part of the negative reinforcement that's gonna help these people better their lives and make the right decisions in life. So 100% fat shaming W.
Say it again.
Love fat shaming.
Lauren, nice.
Yeah, I guess that's all I'm gonna watch in this video. There's still a lot left if you guys want to watch it. SNEAKO clips every 1 hour. You know, of course, SNEAKO can't be on YouTube anymore. He's on Rumble for COVID misinformation and other reasons and stuff. But I personally love SNEAKO. He talks a lot of good stuff. But yeah, to just interview a bunch of people and a lot of them just accepting being fat or thinking it's just normal and okay is really concerning. Really concerning for a lot of people. We can't change the world. We can change the people we care about and help, you know, have a positive environment of helping people lose weight. But at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do and you can't control anybody. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, stop being fat.